Okie dokie. Honestly, aura farming, you should probably consider it, but I mean, I see artifact, I will take artifact. Yeah, Horizon focus, I mean, I feel like, yeah, I mean, the thing is like, you can technically do Meepsy Horizon into Nunu. Which is like okay-ish, I would say, but yeah, I'm going Prowler here. Prowler. The Prowler is, I think it's actually fairly decent in this set. I think there's a decent amount of units that can use it. Will you get your Avatar ducks completed in advance for set 17? So, I believe we have finished the Astronaut duck, the Darkstar duck, Psionic and Mecha also done, so we're like 4 done at the moment. So we're in good pace, I would say. We should have all the costumes ready before the set goes live. Can the Mecha duck transform? Oh god. I mean, I can do like a Varudo animation where I get like squished, but we'll see. I'll think about it. Sounds a bit complicated to do, but the Mecha duck needs to transform. Guys, the poor 3D artist is already working himself to the bone. Are you trying to kill him? It would be cool if it could transform. I'll talk with him. I don't know if we can do that or not. Psionic. Psionic is... It only has like 4 units. Pike, Gragas... No, it's 5 units. Pike, Gragas, Victor, Master Yi, and Sona. The 2-piece gives you an item, the 4-piece gives you a second item. You can place these items on any units, but if you have the 4-piece, then the items are stronger if placed on psionic units. Does Space Groove have disco music? Not that I am aware of. What does Rogue do? It's a fairly strong but easy to understand trait. It gives 80 AP and it has an Edge of Night effect. So the Rogue units can aggro drop, and they can aggro drop once per combat, I believe. It's pretty good. It is a really strong trait. At least, I mean, you don't have to go going vertical just means more 80 AP, I believe, but it's definitely a nice trait to have. Oh, so this is a really cool combo. So this is the psionic item, okay? The holder's first attack on each enemy deals additional damage. So the thing is, what's really cool here is that Talon does this, right? Like, Talon is constantly jumping. And I think one thing I wanted to check is whether or not the bonus damage can crit. It was a little bit hard to see. I didn't really like check when I was... I mean, I tried to check in the game. So right now I'm trying to figure out, can the bonus damage from the item crit? Because sometimes what can happen is that the auto attack damage will crit, and then the item damage will be added as a flat damage on top of that, but it shows as a crit. So it makes you think everything can crit, but in reality it's just the auto attack that's critting, which means you have to do math. Like, you just have to do math and then figure out, okay, this lines up with everything is critting, or this lines up with only the auto attack is critting. Just as a reminder that it can be a little bit complicated. But yeah, the idea was like, hey, if Prowler dashes you to a new target, that will immediately proc this psionic item, and then in theory at least, if the auto attack will crit, you can like deal crazy amounts of damage. So I was like, hey, this is like, there's a lot of cool synergy here between Prowlers and the psionic item. I think right now I'm thinking whether or not I should wait for the Infinity Edge, or if I should just slam the BT for win streaking. I mean, in hindsight, like, You only get the component anvils when you have low HP, which I won't have. Therefore, it's probably better to just commit on the win streak, really. So here you could see it was a 293 crit. But there's also another question like, do you need Infinity Edge for the item to crit or not, right? Like, it's kind of complicated. Yeah, YouTube chat, like we have officially multi-chat now. So YouTube chat is now shown in the bottom left as well. Initially, I didn't want to do it because it was against Twitch's terms of service. And then there was like this scene where I think Gigak got a warning about having multi-chat. But then this caused a little bit of a drama, and then Twitch ended up changing their policy that multi-chat is now allowed. And because of that, I started using it as well. Any unit you liked so far? I mean, there's plenty of units I like. Talon is definitely one of my favorite early game units. What's the icon near the lock shop button? What was that item again? I think I hovered over it once, but it didn't say anything useful. It was, I don't know. It was something useless. I think he only crit there for 110 there, right? I mean, I was against the tank, but still. I feel like you don't crit the damage from the item. I feel like this is gonna be one of these cases where you crit the auto attack and the item damage is being added on top of it. Although no, actually it's the first auto attack. What am I saying? No, never mind. It only works on the first auto attack on each unit. So the Poppy example there wouldn't have worked. Arcana is just you gain gold after 3 rounds. It's a time unique trait. Is the YouTube viewer count just 5 at the moment? Is it? I have 90 concurrent viewers on YouTube, so... Nope. I don't think... No, I don't think Rogue has spell crit. I think Fate... I think Fate Weavers have spell crit, right? Let me double check. I think Fate Weavers had the crit, the spell crit. Yeah, Fate Weavers have innate precision. And Rogue has... Rogue has 80 AP the first time they fall below 50% health. It's aggro drop. Enemies targeting them are redirected to a nearby unit preferring tanks. So yeah. I mean, so here we had a 395 crit. 395. I mean, that is a lot. Or just an auto attack. I mean, it was enhanced by Prowler, right? Maybe it is working. Maybe it is working. Baron's Lair. Funnily enough, I mean, with World Finals being decided by Void again, they're gonna have to do a Baron's Lair again. Poor Mortog, man. He has to do another Baron augment. Another Void augment.
I'm on the job.
Why didn't you tell them to make cooler augments? I try. But all my suggestions with cooler augments involve artifacts and then I get shut down. Is augment good? It's fine. It's fine. Tango Garen is April Fools. I mean, well, April Fools can still be real, right? I mean, the best April Fools are like the stuff like that Minecraft is doing, where they literally just create an entire game. I like to think there's a Ladakh suggestion box at the TFT office that goes straight into the shredder. Maybe. Joe and Rek'Sai back to Brawler Gang? Yes, I believe the Brawlers are Joe, Rek'Sai, Gragas, Maokai, Tam, Kench, and one more that I'm forgetting. Although Joe and Rek'Sai don't share traits. Cool augment for Duck, get one artifact and a golden reforger. Ah, look at that Talon go, man. I already love this so much. I love this Talon build. This is something to consider though. Like, I mean, something that's gonna be a little bit annoying is at the start of the game, you do have to check the Psionic item and the Stargazer constellation. I mean, it doesn't take long, but it's something you should be doing. And if you see the lock item for Psionic, that means you should prioritize Talon higher, and you can prioritize stuff like Prowler higher as well. I mean, the damage looked really, really high, so maybe I guess it does work, right? Like when he was like critting for like 400 or 500 almost. I guess the interaction is actually working. The only problem is it only works, like the way it has to work is that he Prowler dashes to somebody that he hasn't auto-attacked yet in combat. And then you get like the big burst. Although having higher crit chance would help. Currently his crit chance is a bit too low. Soraka in the game, now she's just a space god. I believe the only space god that's in the game is Aurelion Soul. It crit for 540 the last kill, yeah. I mean, 540, that seems too high, right? Like for just an auto attack critting, so. Or like for the auto attack critting and then adding the item damage on top of it. So I think it is working. It is working, which is nice. But he does need more crit chance. His crit chance is too low at the moment. You would want, like, you would always want the guaranteed crit with this item. So I think, yeah, I think if you have, you do want double crit item if you have the Psionic lock.
My constitution is unflappable.
Yeah, Gragas has a hero augment, but it's a really strange hero augment. It's hard to use. Also, currently I don't really know how to itemize the Gragas hero augment. It's a really weird one. Because he like deals a lot of self damage to himself. I mean, Ionia is kind of like Stargazer. Stargazer has a lot of different constellations. Nice streak, thanks. No, the Gragas is more like drinking something. He doesn't really do the dash forward. Admin trait is Arbiter. What happens if you don't pick a god? It will auto select one for you. There's actually a lot of hero augments in this game. I think somebody made a list recently of all of them. Let's see if I can remember. Aatrox has one. Aatrox has one, Nasus has one, Poppy has one. Did Veigar have one? No, I don't think so. It's usually tanks, right? So Aatrox, Poppy, Nasus. Pyke has one. Gragas has one. I think Morda has one. And Meepsy has one. And then if you wanna, I don't know if you wanna count Zed as a hero augment. But yeah, there's a decent amount of hero augments in this set.
They have to come.
I mean, you can choose to use boards and sprites, but it can cause bugs, so you're usually encouraged not to do it. Dual augments? I didn't see any. I don't think we have dual augments to set. High risk, high reward trade is called Anima. It works like Chem Baron from set 13. What is the second augment? It's called Baron's Lair. Isn't it in like on live as well? Baron's Lair? I think it is, no? It's the augment for Paris. Inspired by Void and Baron dominating the Paris Open in last December. Is Nova a 2 or 5 trade? No. Nova is you can do 2, 3, 4, 5. There's no problem with that. So like Nova is kind of an interesting trade where every time you add a Nova unit, you add another effect at the 6-second mark. And when you reach the max, the 5 piece, you can create another special effect on one of your Nova units. Like for example, normally playing like an Aatrox will cause your team to get Sunder and Shred. But if you have 5 Nova, you can use a consumable on Aatrox that will then cause the entire enemy board to also get knocked up. I don't know, I wouldn't call it like Divinity Corp. It is kind of its own thing. Yeah, so right now this should be 80 Riven, right? Because Prowler gives a decent amount of 80. The only problem is that, I mean, if you have Prowler, you kind of want Jeweled or Infinity Edge, preferably Infinity Edge in this case, because the 80 from Prowler would be wasted. So yeah, it would be good to have an Infinity Edge at some point. I don't remember what exactly Rogue did in this Ras 3. Ras 3 versus a Ginzo Riven. Not bad, good Riven debut.
The time for talk is over.
But yeah, Rogue is just 80 AP with the Edge of Night effect. It's fairly simple. Like right now I'm adding more Rogue, which is just adding more AD to Riven. That's all it does really. Yeah, Riven was strong on the playtest. I liked her. I like playing Riven. I like playing Rogue. I should probably add Sona here as well. Sona has some valuable mods. Also, I don't have Nova active, right? Yeah, I don't have Nova active at the moment. Like, for example, instead of like... Right now, if I would play this game again, I would not max out Rogue. It's not worth it. So for example, right now I don't have even Shroud, which means that Nova has pretty high value. So if I add Akali instead of a random Rogue, then not only will I get Sunder Shred, I will also get Spell Crit for Riven, which synergizes with Prowlers. So I absolutely should be playing Akali here. Okay, I already selected Thresh twice, which means if I take the right side, I will still get the Thresh favor in the end. But Gamba Gamba, Gamba Gamba. No. If Riven is AP, all 80 on her is lost. She's either pure AP or pure 80, I'm pretty sure. You can't, like, mix it. I think so, at least. I'd have to double check, but I think so. Come on, okay, play Akali. Okay, so I did realize that 5 Rogue is useless. That's good. So here, like, just to explain how this is gonna work from this spot. I currently have Aatrox and Akali, which means 6 seconds into the fight, there's gonna be this Nova Blast.
Artifacts have been really not that big a deal. They have not been the hot story. They're good. You can make them work, but there's also ones that aren't as good.
That one looks a bit weird with the echo one, but so yeah, so after like 6 seconds you have like this Nova thing, and the moment this Nova thing, my Riven will have Thunder and spell crit, which means that now Riven spell can crit. This is why, so this is something that's kind of cool about if you know that your fights are gonna go a little bit longer. Right now, I don't have Even Shroud or Whisper or Infinity Edge, but it doesn't matter because Aatrox and Akali provide me with those things. So this is kind of cool about Nova, right? You're gonna see a lot of Nova. And then the mod from Sona, it expires after 2 rounds. I think I got the tank mod here that gives you a starting HP shield. There's like 8 different Sona mods you can get. You get a new one every 2 rounds, even if you don't use it. Technically, what you can do is you can put Sona on your board, check for the mod. If you don't like the mod, you put Sona back on the bench, and 2 rounds later, you can check for a new mod. I believe it actually works like that. Which is gonna be a little bit toxic, because that means people will pick Sona, and then every 2 rounds, they will check for the gold mod. And if they get the gold mod, they'll play her. It might create a really unhealthy player behavior. We'll see, we'll see. Okay, this is Gragas Hero, right? Gragas Hero with Talisman of Ascension. What actually ended up happening here is that his Master Yi completely wrecked my Riven. But with better positioning, I can... or better fight RNG, I can definitely beat him here. So here, the time catch mod is gone now, and I got a new mod. What am I looking for right now? I mean, technically I could go for an Even Shroud, so I don't have to play Aatrox anymore, but it's also fine to keep Aatrox until the end. I don't have anti-heal, so this is something to consider. Wait, am I going for QSS? I don't remember what I'm doing here, to be honest. I'm actually going for Whisper, huh? I can, but I don't have to. I think I actually lose 1 round of the Sona mod here, if I'm not mistaken. I think I'd have to pay attention to it. What is this? A component from the Thresh Favor. Wait, what is the mod doing? Oh. Is this how you feel when you spectate me? Because now I'm spectating myself and I'm thinking like, what is this idiot doing? Why is he not checking what the mod is? Why is he not using the mod? This guy is horrible. Glad I'm playing and not spectating. Ah, look at that Riven, man. Beautiful. I was probably dizzy. Yeah, of course I'm dizzy. I'm always dizzy. What is this? I think it's like bonus A. Yeah, what did I get? 10% attack speed. I think you can get an HP roll and then an attack speed roll. Come on. Ah, dude. The mod was right next to the rogue thing that you just hovered. What are you doing? Higher. No. No. This guy is blind. I probably just forgot about it. Maybe this was one of my first games where I actually played Sona or something. I didn't understand how the bots worked. I don't know. Well, now I know, but like, ooh, look at that. Oh, look at that Prowler. Oof. That is some juicy stuff here. Beautiful. Honestly, Riven Prowler is a lot of fun. I like it. Wow. So good, man. So good. Didn't even use the Sona mod. Well, the good news is that I think I can prove with this game that the Sona mod will disappear after 2 rounds, even if you don't use it, right? It should disappear here. Yeah, it did. So it does, like, you should use it, right? Like, there's no point keeping it. So the good news is I now notice the animation, which means I get a double strike, which is like a Blade Master on the Riven now. So At least I noticed the animation. Yeah, there's a Gamba trait. It's called Anima. So here, Maokai is giving me a heal. Kindred is giving me a shield. I don't really need either of them. It's probably better to go for something else. Maybe like a Morgana could be helpful. Yeah, the mods stay only for 2 rounds. Ah, look at that Riven, man. It's so good. Beautiful. Let's try Karma.
Nobody escapes.
Is this 5? I think this one was the other one. That one gave HP. Probably. I don't think there's any augment prismatics in this set. There's like 4 prismatics, which I like. Stargazer needs a specific constellation, and the other ones just need emblems and level 10. Is there an OP weapon and Anima's biggest cash out? I think it's some people already cheated themselves to the highest cash out and put it on YouTube, so yeah. Oh, look at that, that's a Cho'Gath reroll. Oh, together with... Oh, right, he did Graga's hero with Cho'Gath 3, that's cool. So the he went with the Echo item, which gives him 1000 HP. So he has 1000 HP from the Anomaly, then Visage, and then Talisman. Oh, rip. Killed him before he could ascend. What is the item below Magnetic? That's the mecha thing for Urgot. So I could use it to place it on Urgot and make Urgot into... It was this Help Shield again. I could use that on Urgot to make him into the Siege Tank, but then he would need 2 slots. How likely is it to get Elder Dragon from Bard? It's probably... I mean, I haven't tested it yet, but I think Bard has like a 20% chance to clone something. So, might be 20%. This is Ramos 3, by the way. That's a 334 tank. That is a 334 tank that just completely crushed my Riven. Yeah. That's like the equivalent, I guess, of him having a Braum 3-star in set 16. Bit rip for me. I mean, I have 7 Rivens, but I'm out of money. Yeah, you also have to be careful about that Shen sword. It can bait you into bad late game positioning, so that's just something to keep in mind. I mean, I think Braum is stronger than Ramos. Like, Braum 3, I do believe is stronger than Ramos 3, but Braum 3 was kind of ridiculous. The dice rolling is coming from the 4th augment, which is the Thresh favor. So the really short version is if you align with Thresh twice, then you get a 4th augment in stage 4-7. That causes each round to give you a dice roll that can give you different rewards. You can get an attack speed buff, an HP buff, gold. I think you can get 2 T4 units. You can get an item component. It's like lots of different cash outs you can get. Oh, this guy has Worth the Wait Lysandra with the Ari item. Ah, rip, man. I didn't get the Prowler proc into the backline. She's there. Come on, Riven. Clean up. No, she's back on... Oh, God. She's back on Blitzcrank. Lysandra is just a team... he's gonna get Lysandra 4-star here, right? Yeah, he is. He just got Lysandra 4-star. How many traitless units are there? I mean, none, because everybody has at least 1 unique trait. But there's a lot. Like, a lot of units have a unique trait. Even like lower tier units like Misfortune have a unique trait. Like Rust, Misfortune. A lot of legendaries have one. I think Riven has one too, right? Yeah, I think... No, Sona has Commander. Shen's Bulwark Arcana is Tam. So no, I guess Riven doesn't have one. Nova is a 2, 3, 4, 5 trade. No? I think it is. I mean, it says 2, 5, but I think you get... It still makes sense to play more than 2 Nova units. The way I understood it, at least. Like, I know it says 2 or 5, but... There's still a point in playing more than 2 Nova units, the way I understood it. But did I read it wrong? Let me check. Wow. I thought you get like an effect for each Nova unit you play. No, I think it still works, right? Like if you play Aatrox, you get the Sunder. If you play Caitlyn, you get the attack speed. If you play Akali, you get spell crit. And the 5 piece just gives you sort of like a bonus effect. So there is still a point in playing 3, 4 Nova if you wanted. So... Oh yeah, watch this fight, okay? Are you ready for this fight? I remember this fight. Positioning diff. I think it is a ghost fight, but still. Go Riven! You can do it! Look at that Riven go! Oh my god, the perfect Prowler procs. And that is a 3-star tier 4 unit. Defeated! This Riven just defeated a 3-star tier 4 unit together with Sona. That was kind of insane. But unfortunately, if you look to the right, somebody just hit a Corki 3 together with a Ramos 3. And I can't find my Riven. What a scam band. The guy finds two 3-star tier 4 units and I can't find my final Riven. What a scam. We got a lot of sets there. Okay, final fight. Corki 3, Ramos 3, Jin 2. Surely this will go as well as the previous fight. And goodbye. Yeah, I should have tagged in 7 meeps to print that final Riven, right? Yeah, I mean, 7 meeps is not that strong combat wise. Like, you don't get a significant combat buff from it. But it is pretty good for these types of scenarios where you get a 3-star tier 4 unit. But if you miss the Ramos 3 or the Corki 3, then you're absolutely gonna get crushed with 7 meeps. But yeah, bit of a rip. And that is a GG.